Hello and Assalamualaikum to our beloved lecturers, Madam Ruhil, and also to our fellow friends. My name is Afiqah. Today, my team and I will present to you our assignment topics on shopping addictions. Without further ado, we will start on Intan Mayshura as the first presenter.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Intan Mayshura Binti Ibrahim. So before I start with the main point, I will explain a little bit about the shopping addiction. So shopping addictions, or also named as a compulsive buying disorder, is a dysfunctional form of excessive and pervasive buying, where the consumer experience unstoppable, chronic and repeated impulse to go shopping and spend money, and they also loses control with this activity. Now move to the causes of shopping addiction. So according to the article that I have read by Muin, Ahmad and Mohd about the compulsive buying behavior, so one of the major causes of shopping addiction is because a person who have a low level of self-esteem. Self-esteem can be defined as an individual set of thoughts and feelings about his or her worth. So it shows that one of the psychological factors that induce compulsive buying is low self-esteem. Compulsive buyers try to enhance or uplift their self-esteem through buying the items or the goods, and if these attempts to enhance self-esteem are successful, their compulsive buying behavior become reinforced. So from this point, my opinion is that some people may use shopping to improve their appearance, their self-confidence, consideration by others, and also to enhance self-confidence. So the article also stated the findings on self-esteem and compulsive buying behavior indicates that compulsive buyers use purchasing of goods and move towards an ideal self and as a way of their self-expression. So this make low self-esteem as one of the fundamental motivation for the people who had shopping addiction. Next causes of shopping addictions is an ability to tolerate with negative feelings. So this is a common problem for many people, and just how are we supposed to deal with negative emotions that keep coming up when we are stressed and hurt. So in this article, the authors define compulsive buying as a chronic, repetitive purchasing that becomes a primary response to a negative event or feelings. Compulsive buyers usually engage in compulsive buying behavior when they experience negative emotion, such as having a bad day or feeling depressed. So compulsive buyers purchase items or goods to escape from negative emotions, and their behavior usually occurs in the context of negative feelings. So many researchers also support the notion that compulsive buyers use their buying behavior to enhance their negative moods. From this point, my opinion is that making change in life can cut down on negative emotion, but I know it won't eliminate our stress triggers entirely. But as long as we make change in our life to bring about less frustrations, so we will also need to find the helpful outlets for dealing with these emotions. So that's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter, Nurul Afiqah.
Hi everyone, my name is Afiqah, and I will continue to share with you guys the next causes of shopping addictions. Well, I believe that the act of spending itself is all come from self-desire of that particular individuals, right? So as we all know, shopping itself do brings us happiness. I mean, especially during sales, we went crazy to see our favorite brands when it on sales, right? But in some particular cases, these people will still do excessive buying even there is no sales, right? So how fascinating is that, right? So they just find it happiness. I mean, they just find the activity of purchasing goods is enjoyable, because there is some data show that items that they bought oftenly remain unwrapped and unused. Not only that, even if the product is pricey or unfunctional, they will still buy it if they want to. It is all depends on their mood, as there is study from Oxford show that they are willing to take out loans from banks and full of credit card loans as long as they're satisfied and could improve their moods, right? So moving on the next point here, the person has become addicted. I mean, addicted to shopping up till they has lost control toward the action. Well, how does it happen? Well, these people have driven by psychological reasons, as they are focused fully on the behavior of spending, right? So there is a strong desire that their mood is will be triggers, and they will go to shopping to feel good, right? So these people has a hard time to escape themselves, as they enjoyable lingers at a quite long time. So for them to switch the activities to other healthy hobbies is quite hard, because there are some research running to these people. They said that the more they try to restrain themselves from shopping, the more they feel that they need to go out and shopping. So which has resulting a stressful feelings from them, and they just continue to do them. I mean, to do excessive buying, as they fail to control their actions, right? So I think that's it from my point. Moving to the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Mohammad Haizal. So regarding negative effect of shopping addiction, the first one is shopaholic will lose in my control. Studies have shown that shopaholic is more materialistic compared to a normal buyer. So shopaholic are actually not interested with things they bought. Sometimes they just want to be a number one in shopping between people around them. And secondly, some shopaholic buying latest article to make their peers jealous. So this indicate that their emotion is in imbalanced state. Most of them feel stress and their mood change frequently, which has been proven to relate with the shopaholism. And then they also suffer lower impulse control. Shopaholism, or also known as urgent purchasing, is rooted from a special substance that influence them. For example, like alcohol can trigger a violence or abuse to happen. Same goes to shopping. The special substance that influence their mind is the money. And last but not least, they also frequently chase for great deals and buying useless articles. So this is related with the act of trying impress others just now. When they have been trying impress others repeatedly, they did not realize how much things they have bought. So in the end, they will have a bunch or a mountain of useless things they bought. Okay, for the second negative effect is shopaholic tends to become an episodic buyer. The more they buy, the more recognition they feel. So the reason for this action keep ongoing is because there are supporters who keeps supporting them financially and emotionally without even know the negative impact from their action. For example, like family or their relative keep giving them pocket money, so that can trigger the shopaholic feels no worries to spend without limit. And then second one, they buy when there is a discount or deals to show that they are a great shopper. So this feeling is only works on shopaholic themselves only, while the other people just support or ignore them as it does not cost them any money. So it can be said as a biased situation as shopaholic will suffer in the end. And the third one is they also purchase products that have the latest technologies, design and fashion to cope with their pride. So some people willingly to be in debt in order to acquire a latest article. They did not realize their action will affect their future financially. And last but not least, a person bought an iPad that cost a couple of limbs with intention to show off. So when being asked in an interview, the person answer is they just want to be acknowledged by their friend as they feel that it's the most satisfying feeling for them. But undoubtedly, after a quick happiness, they feel a regret with their action. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Mohammad Zairul Syazrin bin Hamidon. So basically, when we are talking about shopping addiction, of course, in our mind, we will assume that shopping addiction will give various negative impacts to people or consumers. But in fact, it is not really. Shopping addiction also has its positive sides towards the consumers themselves. So one of the positive effects is that able to lower the negative moods of people, and this is also known as the negative mood reduction. So normally, the addictive consumers who are experiencing a strong negative emotions believe that with shopping, it can actually help them to increase their positive moods and emotions, even though it is just for a temporary. So in this context, the positive feelings can be obtained by the individuals whenever they go for shopping, because they believe that shopping can serve as inspiration and motivation for them. So according to Farber and Christensen qualitative study, their study has shown that after shopping, most of the consumers felt less negative and became better than before. And they define this situation as a mood repair instinct, and it plays a major part in characterizing the shopping addiction. So meaning to say that shopping here can become one of the ways for certain individuals to fix their negative moods and emotions, to release their stress, as well as to eliminate fatigue or tired from their work and their daily routines. In addition, these positive moods and emotions also have a close relationship with the people's enjoyment. This is where it can lead to an increase in the level of enjoyment of people, and to some extent can reduce the negative moods and emotions, which can lead them to depress, stress, and so on. So it can be said that shopping has now become a conditioned response in order to cope with negative feelings, moods, and emotions of people. The second positive effects of shopping addiction is that it can be an escapism tendency for certain individuals. So what is escapism? If you notice, it has the word escape. So escapism is known as the tendency to seek distraction and relief from unpleasant realities, especially by seeking entertainment or engaging in fantasy. So in other words, it can be said that people are actually looking for a way on how they can get out from unpleasant and boring aspects in their daily life. So this is the situation where some people make a shopping habit as a way for them to forget any problems, any difficulties, and any other negative aspects in their life. So people believe that with shopping, they can escape not just from the negative events, but also from boredom and everyday routines that cause them become stressed, depressed, and so on. For example, I give a simple example. For some people, usually women, shopping can actually help them not to think about some things, and indeed, it affords them of some time in which they can pretend that they have a lot of money to spend on anything they see and they want, and they can also pretend to be someone other than who they are. So you see here that shopping can make you to feel that you have escaped from the problems or difficult situations, at least for a temporary. So it can be said that shopping is used as a way to protect the people's mental health who are desperately seeking a way to escape from their workplace stress, personal problems, and so on. And at the same time, it actually creates some personal spaces for individuals to fix their negative moods and emotions like anger, anxiety, and depression in order to avoid any mental health problems. So this is how escapism works, whereby shopping can provide the break-free moments that people are craving for. And escapism, on the other hand, is slightly more complex because it involves that we are imagining ourselves in a different life instead of wasting our time with boring things and stress days.